So everybody took the day off. Off to the pool, I guess. No volume from you, Banana.
How about that? Can you hear me now?
I got you. Do I sound like I'm in a closet?
No, you're better actually. So you couldn't hear me this whole time that I was talking to you?
No.
Okay. There's this button on my cord, and I don't push it, but somehow it pushes. So I need to like tape it or something, or get a new cord. Yeah, I was saying everybody disappears, just you and I. And how's your day going? Are you trading today?
No, I got out right before that big drop. I just was looking at it. It's Friday. It was kind of like
Yeah.
malingering,
Yep.
and I like the cues, and I've got a daughter looking at a college today, so I was
Nice.
just like, you know what? I'm distracted. I'm gonna just get out of here. But I had some time here eating some lunch.
Nice. Okay. Well, let me run through everything here. I'll do it pretty quickly. I got a weekend here coming right up. But ES on the drop here is the 10 o'clock candle, the 6 o'clock candle that ends at 10, and there's a 10 o'clock candle. So as we said, we're trying to push down to get this new level, which I forgot to put on here. Where's my level? I gotta go way back for it. Let me get it and put it on here. And we are holding here at 17, so on the bounce. So here's where we would see if we are going to bounce, that bounce to kind of push up over and retest this area. We are not seeing anything significant to do that. We do have a little bit of pullback from today's high. We reached out to 77.87. 7,800 was the target, so pretty close on that. It was a rough target anyway. On the bottom end, if we're going 77 would be the target, and looks like we're going to hold this through the rest of the day. So I don't see anything happen there. I do think that we could fall lower today. Looking at SPY here, the 4-hour 9 was the back test that we could see. You can see it lines up with kind of almost just about with yesterday's low. So it's just catching up to us to give us that steam so we can continue to run on up and keep climbing. Just looking at Bitcoin real quickly here, rejected the trend line that we've been playing with, so that's not good. We need to get over this trend line by the time Sunday closes, which is the weekly close for Bitcoin. Pushing that up will get us back into the 70s. Otherwise, we're going to still meander down here, and 63,800 is the next target. Assuming that it's actually interesting. We got the daily 9 right here too, and it's acting as support at almost 90 degrees. So that's actually going to probably give us a little bit of help. August is not typically a great month for Bitcoin, but those are all pre institutional funds being able to buy it. So that stuff has changed. On the day here, we've got the open right about here. Had a little bit of a pop, then a nice little deep pullback down into basically to London low. I think we got right down and dirty to it. But either way, 77.43 on the bottom. Instant V-shaped recovery in there, pushing us up to a 77.81 here. And you can see SMA is kind of floating in the middle here as we bounced around, consolidated for a little bit. I think this ended the morning trading session for the Jinja crew in here. And then you got a couple of quick trades in, and then we continue to push on up higher for will be our high of the day at 77.86. Our low of the day, I believe, is already printed as well. So now we're going to look at some consolidation. Volume's going to tail off on this Friday, and we will meander probably lower just as we kind of just stabilize in this region here. We got the 4-hour 9 at down here as well. So we have supports underneath. Nothing really too concerning at all. Oil did come up a little bit, 78.50 for the day, not too bad. And the VIX, obviously, is pretty flat, not doing too much activity at all. So if my charts could stay where I want them, that'd be good. So here we are on the rest of the day there. SPY on the daily. We are still in this upward half of this channel here, and it looks like we're going to. If this is a simple pullback, like it looks like we're going to try to reach out for new highs. So hopefully that's where we're head to next week, because that'll make it really easy. No more Sunday night, but Monday's looking pretty good right now. Qs, since you are on the call, Big Daddy, I'll hop on these for a second. So here we are on the 4-hour chart. You see very similar to SPY in terms of its reaction on the 4-hour candles here, coming back up below the high here. Difference is that this is not the Q's all-time high. So our breakdown levels are pretty significant here. We're looking for 742. Oops. 742 on the Qs. Let me just undo that movement. 742 on the Qs, which we are getting closer to, but still got a little ways to go. Tech is obviously the bigger part of this. Why there's such a drastic difference. Semis are another piece of this, a part of that tech that's actually having a strong wind on it. But again, I think that stuff all capitulates next week. So look at this on the daily chart here on the Qs. This looks very similar to SPY in terms of its recovery, except that we aren't quite there yet. Good news is that we're in this break point here. So you can see I marked this all out as a difficult spot to be. We came in, hit the high, came down below it, pushed back up. So on the second push, hopefully break out from that. Breaking out from here, you can see nice long candles. You see these all nice long candles? Those long candles indicate less chop in this region. That doesn't guarantee, but it does say that we've flowed through them pretty quickly after. So looking for a 740 target after we break out of this channel at 730, similar to Soxal in terms of it's going in tens. Right now, as we invade new territory, that tends to happen. This is all very, very fresh here. So in this, so we have the drop before the pop, and that's what we're looking for here. So got to break the trend line broken, 735 on the daily. So we need the daily 9 above that. That will give us that push that we need to break out from the all-time highs. If it doesn't happen ahead of time. Soxal, real quick here. Soxal just kind of meandering through the day in an upward fashion, staying on the trend line as targeted. So we are in a good spot here. It's really softened its view. Just look at the 4-hour 9 here. How it's just come in and now it's running parallel with that trend line. This is exactly what you want to see. We've got the 4-hour 9 and the 4-hour 20 sweeping right into this. Here holding trend. They take over in terms of priority over my trend line, but they are moving right in parallel with that too. So that gives us a good look at we're at 2 days in a row. Nothing has happened here for Soxal other than some consolidation. End of the day dumps, beginning of the day pumps. Yes, that was yesterday. Today was beginning of the day pump, a little bit of a dump, and then consolidation as we aim to close the day higher by about 6.5 points. Soxal on the daily, which gives you a little better story here. We're still just trying to chomp through this second recovery section of after the breakdown. Hit our low. I believe that is our low for August. I don't think we touch that again. We may retest levels down here later on, but I'm going to get a little more on that. So just if you're listening and you're looking for that key piece of information, do not see Wednesday as our catalyst anymore. We're going to enter into this pink zone up here into next week, and that's where we'll start to tussle with all of this stuff. So 145, 155, 160, 180. These are all going to be in groups of tens as we take them, and we're going to have consolidated candles looking like this: 2 up, 1 down, 1 breakout, that kind of thing. We're about to get into the breakout here. Hopefully that's the Monday candle that pushes us up, and then we enter consolidation with a little bit of a back test. This trend line is holding as well, although I don't think it will. It's a little steep for a daily, but we'll take it for right now, and then I'll give you a better idea on the forecast for Soxal. MU similar to Soxal at the levels here. Same thing with the distribution points. This is more of a prevailing wedge. This is breaking out of that wedge at this point in time. On the downside, struggling a little bit to get back into that wedge there, but I don't have any deep concerns for MU here at all. Again, consensus in the 1500s for MU. and that's trailing 12, I believe. Excuse me, forward 12. So I don't think we're going to have any difficulty jumping up into those levels here. The breakout is going to be the hard part here. That's where my big concern is going to be is our ability to actually jump the curb and get this out and into the new session here. Now I'm looking at my trend line here, and this is more accurate for where we are on there. If I take that out, I grab the low here from yesterday. So that's we've extended the wedge now, which now gives us a little bit more time to be in it. So that's why, I guess, one of the reasons why it doesn't hurt so badly. We are still following this trend line, even though it's newly created at a lower angle as of yesterday. Nothing wrong here, though. All consolidation. So all this is test the top, reject, try to find the bottom, test the top, reject, try to find the bottom, test the top, reject, try to find the bottom. Keep those bottoms pumping up higher and higher and higher until we actually break out or we fail and break down. And that's where we are on MU. CRDO having another day here. Nice little recovery here over the last 4 days. It's actually looked really, really good. I was a little nervous about it before, but we're starting to hit those key levels in terms of the breaking out. We are over that. We are over this hump here, which was the 240 or 241 level. The next level to break is going to be a big one at 267. So 267 still a little ways away, but we do have some green ground to cover here to get there. I do expect that we'll see a little bit of a pullback to solidify this area before we do that, but probably pop up 2 or 3 points or maybe 5 points and then come back again. 15 points on the board for the day. That's not the range. That's how much we were positive. Range is going to be much bigger than that. And just remember, guys, this is the ultimate in terms of you trying to day trade or scalp something. Look at this thing. Open, plummet down to the floor, bounce off of support here at the 30-minute 20, and then you keep buy your calls and you just sell them whenever you're done. These calls move fast, too. They're nice and expensive, which gives you a lot of profit in short runs. We'll look at this. It doesn't really matter, though. But you can see what I'm looking for CRDO from the first response is to grab this trend line back in. We're almost at that point here, so hopefully Monday we'll see that. AMD, AMD did the same thing that MU did, so let me give the same courtesy. And there it is, and it's still below. Well, actually, we're right on the trend line right now. It does not have the same type of wedge that MU has, though, either. So let me be a little more accurate with what that looks like right now. We can kind of formulate it. So this is more of a flag pennant here. It's not really that wedge. So this is where if we can stay in this, then we can start traveling up to the top. If we don't, then we will stay here. Then we will lose this, and we will start to test a little bit lower. AMD has an ability to fluctuate a little bit more than the others. So that is that. Tesla, beautiful run on Tesla. 333.73. That level actually gets us to a nice point, about a third up on the falling knife we had the other day. Immediate rejection off the top and a back test to the halfway mark. This is textbook, so we're good with all of this. All I need to do now is we need to see if we can grab this trend line by the close of today. So I'm going to extend this line up on through. See if we can grab that trend line by the end of today, which might be a tough order to get, but not necessary either. The only thing I don't want to do is I do not want to lose yesterday's low today. So no steamrolling, skyrocketing shots down here. If we can get the 4-hour 9 above this 325, we resume trend on the recovery. And hopefully we can see that as soon as Monday on the 24-hour chart. So we get to keep things up here a little bit, maybe add a couple points to the board, we can actually get that to happen. So everything looks good here for Tesla. No rallying concerns or anything like that. Love the breakout. Rejection was somewhat expected, mostly expected. But obviously want to see us gain support right here at this level where we're at right now so that we can turn and burn on the way up here. SpaceX, double top. Here it is. Boom, boom. So 130.98. That is the level that it decided to peak out at. So this is the potential adder for the short. I'm not even looking at this thing until Monday for an adder yet because I want to make sure that this this is a falsified run, which I believe it is, and then we can get back down in. So Monday's clues will tell me where we are on this short and how I'm going to play that going forward. Apple had a nice little pull today, brought up to 315 almost. Almost back into the trend line here. It lost it though, and now it's trying to recover right now. Apple looks okay. It does not look bad at all on this. Just a little consolidation here after the run. So every push higher brings a rejection, and this one didn't meet the height requirement either. So just from a short-term trend, let me just show you guys here too what this looks like. Shorter term. Give me that bottom back. There we go. This bottom, and then there's the top. We're in like a almost like a small flag here, trying to play out that difference there. So. Tops, bottoms, breakout, breakdown. Looking to see Apple break out of this next week as well. So that would be the goal here for that. And go from there. Let's see here. Amazon. Amazon again reached up for the breakout and of the trend, was rejected. So this is in a downtrend, you can see here, but the bottom is pretty flat. So if that bottom can hold, and again, this is the kind of the inverse of everything else we're looking at here. If that bottom can hold, then we could see, let me see if I can connect the dots. Just like I did in grade school. There we go. If that bottom can hold, then we can avoid the backtest of the daily 9. If we lose this, we are going to backtest the daily 9. It's that simple with Amazon. Very, very clear and clean chart. So again, losing the low here brings us down to the daily 9. Breaking out from here brings us a retest to the ATH at 287.20, which would be nice to see. Keep these things running. Netflix, I didn't look at this morning, but yeah, okay. On the trend line, just bouncing around in the trend line. Like I said, I got to ride this thing up till we get to the top there. Nothing really else to look at there. All right, that's about it. Back at the beginning here, we have the brand new 4-hour candle on the RTH. You can now see the 4-hour 9 on the RTH up and above yesterday's low, which is great. So now if we backtest that, we are actually backtesting today's numbers if that comes into play. Irrelevant either way. I think today, the rest of the day is kind of spoken for. I wouldn't even bother with this, guys. I'd go do something else. This isn't going to be anything exciting for the rest of today's action here. And that's about covers it. All right, Big Daddy, Melissa, NGK, you guys have any questions? Anything you want to go through? Oh, NGK is gone. He just dropped out.
That's good stuff. Hey, I was looking through Discord. Do we have anything for like employer plans, more illiquid um, vehicles, things like that? You can't trade all the time, that sort of thing, just longer term.
You want longer term, like leap style illiquid activity?
No, so think like your 401ks and your 403bs where you're just trying to keep it going down the lane. You got bumpers on it, so you can't
Right, right,
you know,
right. Um,
actively trade it. You know what I mean?
yep, yep. So, and in terms of equities too, you're not looking for bonds or other structures, right?
No, I just use cash for my to hedge.
Correct.
I don't use bonds.
Yep. Okay. That's what I just want to make sure you were talking about. Yeah, I don't think I have a section for that, but what I can do is I'll put something in the swing channel. I'll work on something this weekend, and I'll get you some stuff, some parking material, uh, parking
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm curious. If I will always believe, if I've got a question, maybe somebody else has it too, because many of us have those 401ks and those employer plans.
Yep, yep. And
Might
actually,
be.
are you self-directed, or are you trying to pick out of a group of funds for somebody else, from somebody else?
No, it's for me
No,
and my
I
wife.
I know, I understand. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase the question. Do you have the ability to trade anything you want, or do you have to pick through a selected group of funds?
No, more like just a 401k fund lineup. So life cycle funds, small caps, mid caps, large cap, mutual funds, that sort of thing.
Okay, so you have direction to it.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I can do that. I can take a look at that, and we'll see. Just find some stability movers, like
Yeah, just kind of
yep.
just seemed like a value add for the program. I mean, you guys offer so much good stuff. That just seemed like maybe
Yeah.
another opportunity, a lot of value here.
Yeah, no, and that stuff's easy. That's not a tremendous amount of research to do. So I can do that, and let me test a couple of things with them, run them through um, some of my bot checks and stuff like that, and I'll get a list out.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
You got it. All right. Anything else?
I'm out of here. Thanks.
Thank you, guys. I will see you on Monday morning, and have a great weekend. All right. Ending this.
If you wanna hit the river, you need to be a river.